Hi, my name is Nicole Mendoza. I'm an integrative family nurse practitioner at Foundational Medicine. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about setting intentions and reflecting on the past year. Um, yeah, it's the last week of December, and I wanted to take some time to see what it would look like to set intentions. And I've been thinking about this for a while. I try to do this every year, and it's not always at the end of the year, but I think it's a good reminder for everybody to kind of take a look at that. And when it comes to setting intentions, um, I really feel like it's an opportunity to check in with ourselves, and it helps bring things into awareness, and things that have been kind of surfacing, give them a voice. Things that have been somewhat blurry come into focus when we put a little bit more intention on them, and bringing purpose to our lives. And what I use is a 4x6 card. You can get them most places, Fred Meyer's, the Dollar Tree, things like that. They're really affordable, and so I like to use a 4x6 card, or a 3x5 card is okay too. I prefer the larger ones. I've also, for patients, given cards out that are decorative or artistic. They have some type of artwork or inspirational saying on one side, and then the other side, people will write their intentions. And I think that the best way that I've found is every morning and every evening I read a passage in a book, and then I read my intention. And I really take time to read each word, each intention, and feel into that, and really capture the feeling that I'm trying to bring intention to. And so that's something to pay attention to. And this is also an opportunity to really look and use gratitude that's in our life. And whether you're saying I'm grateful for, I'm thankful for, I really find that writing it down on that card, just a few lines. I'm so grateful for finding balance and maintaining balance in my life would be an example. And another way to reinforce that, other than just reading the card, would be to read it, and then you have it in your mind's eye, and then visualizing. I close my eyes. I am so grateful for finding and maintaining balance in my life, and then I think of two scales and trying to find and maintain balance. And so, really, that visualization exercise, and even using your hands sometimes, but also quieting your mind and finding a picture that comes to mind is useful for me. Other tactics that people use are journaling about that particular intention if something comes up. Some people use meditation, and that can really help with the visualization piece also. It doesn't have to be for very long, but it could be on one intention at a time. Yeah, I find that that's very useful. And then also, uh, there are a few techniques for drawing pictures that with you in them, and it can be a very basic stick figure picture, but that really helps to personalize it. And there's a lot of research about how that changes the way that you integrate that into your life. So that's really important. So as I said, writing that on your card and reading it frequently, not just kind of writing it and then forgetting about it. Reading it almost every day if you can. And some people even post it up at their workplace or somewhere that they know they're going to read it. But I think more importantly than just having it posted is to take a few moments every day and really make those examples concrete in your mind. And whether it's visualizing and then expanding in different ways that reinforce that. So I find that really helpful. I think, really focusing on what your intentions are and what you're really seeking, That can be a little bit tricky to find. There's several examples that I have that are more broad, but that are kind of, universal, and they apply to most people. But, for example, one of them that's kind of vague is, I'm so grateful for establishing and maintaining boundaries, healthy boundaries. And that can really mean a lot to, you know, it can mean different things to different people. And some people maybe have amazing boundaries and they feel like that's not something that is really important. But sometimes just being grateful for what we have is also really important, because it leads into things like self-care and self-love, and you can't have those components without good boundaries. And so if you have good boundaries, and boundaries can be things like, I go to sleep, and I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, or maybe more. I get to bed on time. I wake up early. I have time to reflect. I have time to take care of myself. To meal plan and cook for myself. I'm not always on the go. Really taking time to set these intentions, and understanding how boundaries can be so many different things, and really encompass those things like self-care and self-love, and really finding balance. So those are some that are really common and universal for a lot of people. And it can be more specific, though, like a specific dollar amount of money, or something that's more tangible, that is on the physical level. Some people use the intentions like that, and that's fine too. We can use it in the same way with visualization, and really finding ways to reinforce it. But I really challenge people to get in a little bit deeper. Say if it's for an amount of money or weight loss or something, get to the root of why you're really wanting that. Is that because you're wanting more self-acceptance, or you're wanting more balance, or you want to feel more fulfilled, or to really explore those things, and to look a little bit deeper. And this whole idea about integration and setting intentions is really, the purpose of it is to reconnect with ourselves, and really taking time to do that, and staying connected with ourselves, because we really don't know ourselves as much as we could. And if we did, then I feel like we all would be connected in a better way. And so I find that setting intentions is a good place to start, and also really helping others around us feel loved, and ourselves feeling loved and connected with and heard, and then doing the same thing for those around us. So yeah, other ways of doing that, aside from what I've described, is a lot of people have talked about Tai Chi, and kind of that, taking that stance, and checking in with yourself in a very physical way. That can be really useful for a lot of people. Walking, bike riding, getting into a type of meditative state is really self-care, and that's really important. And yeah, so that's kind of really what I wanted to talk about. And this is a good weekend to really start thinking about that. And if you have any questions, you can give me a call at Foundational Medicine, or you can email us or get in touch with us. This is something that I frequently talk about with all of my patients, as far as integrating themselves as a whole person. It's really important, because all of our goals are very individualized, and it might come back to a lot of the same universal truths, but it's really, really important to set individualized intentions, and figure out kind of, where do I want to be in a year? What kind of life do I want? And how do I plan that? And how do I get there? This is one tip and trick that I use that reinforces that. So anyways, it was nice to talk with you this morning, and I want to welcome you to Foundational Medicine, and thanks for stopping by.